After 5 seasons playing in Carson, the Chargers have a new home, and it's the beautiful new SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers.
Michael Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this carries into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Carr. His man, that's Tyrell Williams. And all the way down to the 36-yard line.
Tyrell Williams.
A big play there on the first play of the game. 43 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Tyrell Williams. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They've got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggled to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
We're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football.
Their own 25-yard line.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a first and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Gain of a yard.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
26-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. And this one is incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Going for the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Defense, and that will force a turnover on downs. keep it. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Only needing 2 yards on second down. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. And they'll get this to Ruggs on the jet sweep. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, second down. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Now they'll throw with Carr. Oh, look at that, a diving catch. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle the Pro Bowl without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each.
And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up first and 10. They started on the ground with Eckler. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
On second down, Eckler, and he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations in second and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Is the pickup there, and they'll have a second and 1.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
At the 49-yard line.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Eckler, the ball carrier.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5. out of the gun, Herbert. And he'll find Hall. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
That's a gain of 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Chargers. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Raiders 14, Chargers nothing.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
3rd and long, it's Herbert. Flushed out right. Incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete. And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
When you're backed up this deep, sometimes defenses sacrifice coverage for pass rush because they know you can only go so far on your pass drop. You've got the back of the end zone. So they came after him. He took the shot downfield. He didn't connect. But, boy, that was force against force.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, 98 yards. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10.
The Charger drive about to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick, but instead it falls down incomplete. Back to the air. Herbert on 2nd down. Being chased out left. Popped in the air and fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Carr. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 2nd down. It's Jacobs. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
Shotgun now for Carr. And he's got it. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
1st and goal.
I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking.
And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Raiders add on to their lead. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
The score, Raiders 28, Chargers nothing.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Henry. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 19-yard line.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
From the gun, Herbert. Flush to his right. And a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the point. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. And he hits him in stride. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
Las Vegas, 1st down.
From the gun, it's Carr. Got an open man, it's Ruggs. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Henry Ruggs.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And that throw intercepted. It's Chris Harris, the Pro Bowl corner. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. Yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while. You have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an
things for different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be too many syllables. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. It's Williams. 30. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Tyrell Williams. 77 yards. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35, Chargers 7. Matt Gay set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying. I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. Going up top. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Incomplete on the deep ball. Coverage defensively by Logan Ryan.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. separating from the gun. Herbert, he's going to take it. He got his man complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From the 50, here's Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. His third interception. Picked off inside the 10. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 8-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen.
Accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 30, 10, and he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Matt Gay set to kick off.
The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. On first and 10, Herbert. Escaping the pressure right, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Second and 10. Here's Herbert once more. That's into the hands of Adler. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Again, Herbert. It's complete. Williams. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Herbert throwing again. There goes a deep ball. End zone. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers.
Michael Badgley lining up for
Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
On play action, now Carr rolling to his right. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And 26 big yards on that one. It's another first down. Tyrell Williams, now a member of the Raiders, but he began his career with these Chargers. He spent 4 years with the Bolts. His best season came in 2016. That was the year that Keenan Allen went down in the opener with a knee injury. And Williams that year wound up with 69 catches for over 1,000 yards. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Second and 11 now.
At the Chargers' 34-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And the short game down to about the 33. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Reception here by Ruggs. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. First down Vegas as Carr finds Ruggs that time.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
To try again after the sack. Carr looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Josh Jacobs.
23 yards, the final tally. A cool little accomplishment for him passing the football. 25,000 yards. He just surpassed that for his career.
When he was a little guy in the backyard just throwing it around probably with his dad.
And that is caught. It's Ruggs. Touchdown Vegas.
To number 11.
Making 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr. And the silver and black continue to roll.
His kick is good.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Chargers take over first and 10.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is, just what you said, you've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Throwing again here on second down, this time complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And they'll get this right past midfield before being stopped just before the 45. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Chargers first down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Herbert back to the air. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Incomplete.
Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a second and 10. To throw again. Herbert. Right back for Allen. This time he finds him complete. That is he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 19. 19 yards there on the pickup. And the Chargers are going to get themselves a fresh set of downs here. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
14.
And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Herbert on first down now. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Hunter Henry, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6. And that'll cut the lead down to 28.
Makes the score Raiders 49, Chargers 21.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will make it into the end zone. He's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 22.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Now on first down. Trying. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Henry Ruggs. His 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Raiders are pouring it on. Gay is on for the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Raiders 56, Chargers 21. Matt Gay set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. This pass finds its way to Williams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Gain of 9.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. First down to North for Allen. Wide open. It's Allen complete. That's good. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line.
1st and 10.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Herbert. And his throw here is incomplete. He was looking for the Pro Bowl wideout Keenan Allen there. And it'll bring up third down. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They snap it to Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
Second down and 10.
To throw again. Herbert. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. A first down and more for Jacobs. And all the way up to the 33-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point in the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Here's Jacobs on first and 10. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win. Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. All right, open, complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And he returns this to the 22.
Joe Reed on the return.
The Charger drive about to get going. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a first and 10. Dancing to his left. And he'll find Hall. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
39-yard line.
On first down, it's Herbert. My goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 37. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. Now after the INT, it's Carr. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they've wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they've wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Chargers take over first down.
The Charger drive about to get going. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he'll have it past midfield almost to the 30 before being taken down. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
2-yard line.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Logan Ryan. I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. That's caught by Waller out left side. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Touchdown.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Matt Gay set to kick off.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. And now we're down to 10 seconds. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
25-yard line.
Throwing again. Herbert. Oh, my goodness. Another interception. He's picked off near his own 48, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
The 48-yard line.
Carr going to throw here. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the